Welcome to the OSHA Awareness and Incident Reporting Training. This is an annual awareness training that you should get once a year. Please make sure that you sign in the sign-in sheet and make sure that you complete your quiz. OSHA says that all employers are required to display a poster prepared by OSHA that outlines workers of the protections afforded them under the OSHA Act. This poster must be displayed in a conspicuous place where employees can view it. Our poster is up by the front doors. When you walk in, there's a display case to the right, and it will be posted there. Okay, guys, OSHA says that we all have a right to a safe workplace, that our site will comply with all OSHA standards. The OSHA poster is visible at the site's entrance, and that our employees are responsible to comply with the OSHA standards as well as the company. Our site will correct any hazards cited by OSHA and will do it within the time indicated. Our employees have a right to view all OSHA citations, and any citations will be posted up by the OSHA poster in the front hallway. Okay, let's talk about incident reporting. If you're involved in a safety incident, if you're injured or you become ill at work, you have got to report it immediately to your supervisor. Some people think, oh, it's just a small cut. It's not a big deal. I don't need to worry about it. You wake up the next day and your finger looks like a pickle. So you need to report things. Even if you don't feel like they're that big of a deal at the moment, they could become more of a deal. And then our insurance company is going to argue with you about whether or not you did it at work. All incidents, whether you are injured or not, if it's a near miss, we need to have them reported. We take that information and we go out and we try to fix things so that it doesn't happen to someone else. There are many people that you can report an incident or an illness or an accident to. Obviously, you can notify your supervisor, your shift lead, there's department managers, there's the safety team, human resources. There's lots of people to report to. Please don't feel like there isn't anyone around to report something to, and then don't report it, and then it becomes a big deal later on. So make sure that you notify your supervisor or find someone to report the incident to. So it doesn't matter if it's an employee, a contractor, one of our visitors, or even one of our vendors. All incidents must be reported promptly. Property damage, near miss, unsafe acts and conditions, powered industrial truck incidents, any injury, illness, any spill or release of chemicals must be reported immediately to your supervisor. In an effort to get you the best possible care we can, all work-related medical care must be directed through the site safety department. If you are taken to or you go to any doctor's appointment for a work-related incident, you must bring back the documentation that the doctor gives you after that visit. When you go see a doctor or you go to the clinic, they will give you some paperwork afterwards that needs to be turned in to the SHE department every single time. For any non-work related injury, if you twist your ankle at playing basketball on the weekend, you'll need to go in and see the human resources department to determine if any accommodations can be made here or if you need to take a few days off. All right, when an incident does occur, we always make sure that the area that it happened in, that the equipment, everything must be brought into a safe state. We want to make sure that no one else gets injured. We might put cones or barricades up. We might lock out the equipment, but we make sure that no one else can be hurt. The supervisor on duty will begin an investigation. We use a 5-why root cause analysis to try to find out the deep reason why something happened. The reason we do that is because we want to come up with countermeasures to go out on the floor and implement so that maybe this same incident doesn't happen again to someone else. So if you're asked a bunch of questions, please try to remember everything that happened. Be honest. It's not about getting anybody in trouble. It's about finding out exactly what happened so we can try to prevent it from happening to someone else. An incident investigation must be completed within 7 days. We want to make sure that the root cause analysis is completed. We come up with an action plan that has the countermeasures necessary so that it doesn't happen again. We have target dates. We have owners who are responsible for those. Everything is tracked in the SHE department to make sure that we actually are following up with the countermeasures and making sure they're completed. All of our incidents are tracked on a safety pyramid. The safety pyramid has everything from a fatality down to an unsafe act. You can see here that in 2016, we were having much more serious incidents and we were having more frequent incidents. Throughout the years, we've been able to narrow that down and we're hoping to continue to narrow that down. Obviously, zero is always our goal. This is why we need everything reported, whether it's an unsafe act, an unsafe condition, near miss, property damage, if it's a first aid, if it's a restricted work case or a lost time accident. We need to track this stuff and we need to put countermeasures in place to make sure that other people down the road don't get hurt from the same incident. Okay guys, that concludes this training module. Please make sure that you fill out the sign-in sheet. Make sure that you print your name legibly so I can read it. Make sure that you complete the quiz that goes along with this. And then please make sure that you report all incidents, near misses, unsafe acts and conditions. Make sure you report everything to your supervisor immediately. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it.